Thanks for visiting my channel and watching this short video of Lake Fulmor, California. It's a gorgeous little lake that's located about 10 miles outside of the beautiful, tranquil mountain community of Idyllwild, California. This area is located in the San Jacinto Mountains, maybe about 45 miles due west of Palm Springs. So if you're in Palm Springs, you know that big mountain that looms to the west of the city, Mount San Jacinto. You got to go over that about 25 miles and you end up here. That's Highway 243. That's the main road into town from the 10 freeway. And that road, just to ride it here, is worth the trip up. It's 29 miles of beautiful, twisty two-lane roads. In this area here, this little lake is located about 10 miles outside of town. And the town of Idyllwild and this lake certainly kind of flies under the radar because people are coming up for mountain lakes and water sports. They're going to places like Big Bear and Arrowhead. Those areas, though, as a result, are much more built up, with the ski resorts in the winter. And those places are just packed with people, packed with residential and retail. This place is unspoiled. There's a dock there that you can see at the bottom. And on this day when I was there, this was beginning of March 2024. People were pulling fish right out of this lake. There's a trail that goes around the lake, and there are lots of trailheads that lead to the tops of the hills that surround the lake as well. So there's lots to do. There's a picnic area, places to barbecue. And as you saw, parking is very accessible right across the street. But parking isn't free. You have to get a pass from town and you have to display it. You can get those passes at gas stations or convenience stores. So not very convenient, but you got to have it displayed and they do check. That's Mount San Jacinto way in the distance with the snow on it. So this area, because it's not so built up, it's relatively unspoiled. It's very popular with hikers on the Pacific Crest Trail because that trail goes right through town. And Idyllwild is big enough where they can get all the provisions that they need, a comfy room in a bungalow or a small hotel as well. But it's not so built up and overdeveloped that it becomes not really fun to visit like Big Bear and Arrowhead have become. This is why it's a favorite getaway for me. The town is unspoiled. It's known as an artist colony for a reason. Because they've kept it from becoming overdeveloped, they've really preserved the tranquility and the beauty of just the surrounding hills and preserved a lot of the hiking trails and some of the outdoor activities that people really love when they come to a mountain community, not just, go out to restaurants and stuff like in Big Bear. But they do have a really nice town with some nice restaurants, so I really love renting my little bungalow that I like and sitting on the porch and having a drink and then going into town and enjoying some of the food and music. But it's a great destination if you're already headed out to Palm Springs or driving through this area. You should put it on your destination list. It really is worth the trip. I prefer this to Big Bear or Arrowhead, especially now as I get older. On this day when I flew, I launched from this area north of the lake, so I didn't want to spoil the solitude because it was just so quiet and tranquil. I launched the drone sort of unobtrusively from up here, and I flew it up really high instead of flying really low and buzzing people and just bothering them. But I'm really glad I stopped and paid this place a visit. I'm certainly going to put it on my list when I come back. I'll make sure I bring my fishing rod with me. And if you're in the area, you should pay it a visit. I don't think you'll be disappointed.